Hi, everybody. I'm Mary Angela Savedro, the director of the Center on the Hill, and it is time for another episode of Tell Me Something Good. Now, a special guest. I'm super excited to have Leslie Lefer with us today. Hi, Leslie.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Mary Angela.
Where are you joining us from today?
I am joining you from Hilton Head Island, South Carolina.
Wow, what's the weather like down there?
Well, today is not the best day. It's overcast, but it has been really nice and sunny. So we've been very, very lucky. This April and May have been really nice, not too humid.
Nice.
So we've been lucky. How about there?
Yeah, no, the humidity has moved in to Philadelphia. We have hit the part of the summer now or this late spring where humidity is a thing. Every day now, but it's still beautiful, lots of sun, so we'll take it. All right, well, thanks for joining us today. We're going to start with some questions. I'm going to mix them up. I like to read them out of order. All right, and I'll show you the picture. My camera doesn't always do the best job. Can you see?
Sorta.
A little. See if it gives you, if I tap it. There we go. It's people at a party.
Okay, with hats. I see hats
exactly.
and
Party
streamers.
Hats. Yep, exactly.
Okay.
And it looks like they're playing cards. And this says your favorite guilty pleasure.
Ooh.
So mine's kind of silly, and I still can't believe I still do this. But I would say my favorite guilty pleasure is watching Grey's Anatomy. I started watching the show in like 2005 when it first started. And as much as I think the show has kind of definitely fallen off and it's not particularly great anymore like it used to be, every Thursday, I'm in front of the TV watching the show. I just can't quit it. I don't know why. And maybe it's because I'm like emotionally attached to the characters, or who knows. I mean, I've never been a doctor. I don't have any doctors in my family. I cannot really relate, but for some reason, I love this show and I can't quit it. So that's my favorite guilty pleasure. What about you?
Well, two things popped into my head. First, when I think of guilty pleasure, I think of like sweets, like chocolate. I love to bake, so which is not always good when you're trying to eat healthy, but chocolate and baking are my, like, I don't know if it's guilty pleasure. I guess it is a guilty pleasure, but that's good. And then when you're talking about TV shows, I thought, what's a show that I watch that just is kind of different and no one would think that I would watch that? It's a show called American Greed. Have you ever heard of that show?
I haven't.
I don't know. It's about these people that like do some not so good things in terms of taking advantage of people. And for some reason, I can sit there and watch like 4 or 5 episodes in a row and I'm just flabbergasted at what these people do. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Weird, but
that's okay. That's why they call it a guilty pleasure.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a pleasure, but I do it.
Let's have our second question. This is a person, she's standing in front of, it looks like she's got parrots all around.
Yeah, it says Parrot Jungle.
Yeah, there we go, Parrot Jungle. And this says, the strangest place you've ever been.
Oh, strangest. All right, I'm thinking fast.
Oh, it's fine. Take your time. I can edit.
I remember when I was in Italy and I was in my 20s and I went on a trip there, and it's not strange, but I'm just kind of like, when you're older, you think back to things that you did that you thought, was that the most safest thing to do? I went into this old man, and I don't remember the name of the town. It was like a town on the Mediterranean, and there was this old guy, and he was sitting out there, and he made Chianti, and he's like, come on in, and it was like kind of this like underground tunnel where he made Chianti, and I think, I probably shouldn't have gone in there by myself, That probably wasn't the safest thing. He was a sweet old man, and nothing happened, and we got to drink Chianti, but I think probably not the safest thing if I was now, I wouldn't have done that by myself.
And I call that strange. I don't know that I've ever been in a tunnel to drink Chianti. So
it was like a little cave underneath this, like in the basement. It looked like a cave, and it was like wet. It was like wet walls, and he had Chianti down there, and I'm thinking that's kind of weird, but
but hey,
that's what came to my mind.
Yeah, sounds fun. The strangest place I've ever been is in West Virginia, and it's still there. It's still open to this day, and it's called the Mystery Hole. And it looks like a really crazy kind of like hut from the side of the road, and it's decorated in like all kinds of real tacky like road decorations. And you drive by and they're always like, come and see the amazing mystery hole. And you're like, what in the world could possibly be in this weird tacky shed? And you think, is it a hole in the ground? Like, I'm not paying attention.
Right.
And I finally went in there after like, being in West Virginia for a minute. And what it is they've built the hut on the side of the mountain where they've made a room that they can pull a lever and tilt. And when they tilt the room, it goes against gravity. And so that it makes balls roll up the wall, and you can put a chair, just the back two legs on a wall, and then sit on it because gravity has changed.
Wow.
So it is genuinely a mystery. It's all very weird. When you stand in there, you stand at a slant and you're like, why am I not falling down? I'm standing at a slant. Like it's a mystery. And then
I've never heard of the mystery. It's called the Mystery
Hole.
In West Virginia.
It's in Ansted, West Virginia. Yep. And it is, it's neat. It costs like $5. And you go through, and I think they can fit like 5 or 6 people in there at a time. And then when you come out, they sell you all kinds of real cheesy West Virginia like tchotchkes. Like and it's like, here, buy all the West Virginia.
Yeah.
But it was definitely the strange.
That's a good story. I never heard of it. I learned something new.
And then our last one, this one, and it looks like a brother picking up another brother, hanging him upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this one says, a person you'd like to spend a day with.
Aww.
And there's a lot of people I'd like to spend the day with. But right now, because I'm watching this on Netflix, I'm watching Becoming. Michelle Obama. I was like, I'd love to spend a day with her. She seems so fun. Like I was
so
like,
cool. Yeah.
Let's just have lunch. I would love to just be like, let's maybe go to a museum and have a lunch with Michelle Obama. That would be awesome. I would love to.
That's a good one. I would agree. That would be a cool lady to hang out with.
What about you?
Well, the first thing that came to mind is my grandpa. He used to live in, he's passed, obviously. And he was a farmer all his life. And he, just a cool guy, great sense of humor. He did very well for himself. He started a fertilizer company where back in the day, they made custom fertilizer, which was a new thing at the time. And he would go out and sample farmers' soil and then customize the fertilizer. And when I got to know him, he was retired, and he had his retirement farm of 77 acres, which was just a cool place for me to go and spend the summers and ride horses and ride on the tractor and do all that farm stuff. And it was such a great escape for me. And he had such a great sense of humor. And so, I mean, he's been gone for, goodness gracious, how old am I? Like 20 years. But and times, I don't know, I just think of him and I think, I'd like to be around my grandpa. When you couldn't be sad when you were around him because he was just such a cool spirit. So that would be fun to hang with him for a little bit and see what's going on. Yeah.
All right. Well, to recap our questions, everybody, we have your favorite guilty pleasure, the strangest place you've ever been, and a person you'd like to spend the day with. Join the conversation and email me your thoughts about these questions to msavedra@chestnuthillpress.org. That's MSAAVEDRA@chestnuthillpress.org. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Leslie, for being with us today. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. It was fun.
Absolutely. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye.